In this video, we are going to talk about finding the least common multiple, which is something that you have done before, maybe without even knowing it. So let's get started. All right, so first things first, if you have not done your math starter yet, please make sure that you do your math starter. This is still part of the sheet this week, even though I am not here. All right, a couple of other things. Week 6 homework is due on Friday. Be sure to check PowerSchool for any missing assignments. Be sure today that at the end of class you have returned any materials neatly to where they belong. I will leave the bucket for headphones and the bucket for boards and markers and erasers all out on the table. All you need to do is put things back where they go neatly. Also, please make sure that the floor is cleaned up and you push in your chairs before you leave. All right, so I want you guys to think about this question before we start. A sports arena coordinator is scheduling games for November. The arena can host one game each day. So the arena coordinator schedules a basketball game on every 3 days and a hockey game every 4 days. Will this schedule work? Why or why not? So I'm going to give you guys a minute to think about this and type in your response. So again, so if basketball happened every 3 days, it happens on the 3rd, then it would happen again on the 6th, then the 9th, and then the 12th. If hockey happened every 4 days, it would happen on the 8th and then so on. Because that would be every 4 days. So it would start on the 4th, go to the 8th, and then you would keep counting by fours. So will this schedule work? Why or why not? Please type in your response. All right, so hopefully you guys discovered that if I kept skip counting on the 12th, there would have to be a hockey and basketball game. And so the schedule would not work. And that is because 3 and 4 share what is called a common multiple of 12. Let's talk about what that means. All right, so a multiple is a number of the product and a product of a number and another number. It's basically like skip counting, is kind of how I like to think about it. Like, so to get the multiples of 2, we're going to count by twos 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Multiples of 5, we would count by fives 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. As you guys can see, there are numbers in this list that match for both 2 and 5. We have we have 10 and we have 20. Those are common multiples. The least common multiple is the first one that you see. In this case, which would be 10. You guys may have you had to use this in the past when you're adding fractions and you need to have a common denominator. You might have heard this be called LCD, least common denominator. All right, so let's find the LCM or least common multiple, that's the shorthand for it, of 12 and 20. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to list my multiples of both numbers. I like to start with the first 5 and then keep going if I need. So let's do 12. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Times 3 is 36. Times 4 is 48. Times 5 is 60. 20 times 1 is 20. 20 times 2 is 40. 20 times 3 is it is 60. So I see here that I have a matching 60. So the LCM of these two numbers would be 60 because it is the first multiple that they both have in common in their multiple list. All right, let's keep going. Oh, why did that slide repeat? All right, let's do 5 and let's do 15. So 5 and 15. Let's start with the multiples of 5. Skip count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. Again, I like to start with the first 5, but you can keep going if you need. Now let's start with the multiples of 15. 15, up, I already have it. So the LCM of 5 and 15 would be 15. This is because 15 is a multiple of 5. That's why it happens to be one of the numbers in this case. All right, now that we have the basics down, let's look at some problem solving. You are buying hot dogs and buns. Hot dogs come in packs of 8, buns come in packs of 10. What is the smallest number of hot dogs and buns you would need to have the same amount of each? Because think about it. You wouldn't want to have more hot dogs than buns because then the unused buns would go stale. And you wouldn't want to have more hot dogs than more buns than hot dogs because then, more hot dogs than buns because then there would be who you want a bun with your hot dog. All right. So hot dogs come in packs of 8. So we can buy, and I'm just going to write HD for hot dogs. You could buy 8 or 16 or 24 or 32 or 40 or 48, and you could keep going and going. But remember, I like to use the first 5 or 6. Then buns come in packs of 10. I'm going to write B for buns. Skip count by tens. 10, 20, 30, up, and I see 40. So we would have to buy 40 of each to have the same number. Now, follow-up question. How many packs of each? If I needed to buy 40 hot dogs divided by 8 per pack, that would be 5 packs. And I can even see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs. I would also have to buy for buns, 40 divided by 10 per pack would be 4 packs. And I can even see that here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, so 8 per pack times 5 packs would give you 40. 10 per pack times 4 packs would also give you 40 for the buns. All right, let's keep going. At a bakery, every 5th customer gets a free cookie. So let's do with C for cookie. Every 4th customer gets a free muffin. So let's write M for muffin. Which customer is the first customer to get a free cookie and a free muffin? Oh, that'd be a good day. I want a cookie and a muffin. All right, so cookies, we're going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I could keep going, but again, I like to stop after the first 5 or 6. And then if I don't see a matching, I would keep extending my list. But all right, and then muffins go by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, up, and now I see 20. So the 20th customer is the first customer to get both a free cookie and a free muffin. Now, follow-up question. If 120 customers come, how many got both a cookie and a muffin? So we know that every 20 get both. That is what we discovered in our first part. So now let's count by 20 until we get to 120. The 20th would get both, the 40th, the 60th, the 80th, the 100th, and the 120th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 customers would get both of them. Because again, every 20 customers, as we discovered in part A, get both prizes. So if we count by 20s up to 120, we count 6 times or 6 customers. All right, let's keep moving. A light flashes every 5 seconds. An alarm beeps every 20 seconds. If both of these events just occurred, how many more seconds until both events occur again? So they both just happened, and then for the light, in another 5, and then another 10, and then another 15, and then another, I already see something. All right, so we have 20 here, And then 20 happens to be a multiple of 5, so they would both occur every 20 seconds. So now, in 1 minute, how many do both occur at the same time? We know that there are 60 seconds in a minute, and we know that it's every 20 seconds. What just happened here? And we know that it happens every 20 seconds. Hold on, where did my happen to my pen? There we go. So it happens every 20 seconds, and then we go. So it would happen after 20 seconds, 40 seconds, and then 60 seconds. So it would happen 3 times. All right, let's keep going. All right, colored pencils come in packs of 10, markers come in packs of 12. What is the smallest number of packs of colored pencils you would buy to have the same number of markers? Okay, so let's do CP for colored pencils, and those come in packs of 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on. All right, now markers come in packs of 12, 12, 24, times 3 is 36, times 4 is 48, and then times 5 is 60. So looking here, you would have 60 of each if you bought, divided by 10, if you bought 10 packs of colored pencils, 6 packs of colored pencils, because 6 packs times 10 in a pack would give you 60. And then for markers, so that was colored pencils. Now for markers, 60 divided by 12 per pack, you would need to buy 5 packs. So if you bought 5 packs of colored markers and 6 packs of colored pencils, you would have 60 of each. All right, so now you guys are going to answer some multiple choice. You're going to read the problem, decide your choice. Normally, if we were in class, if I was there with you, we would do stand up if you chose this, but obviously we're not doing that today because I'm not with you. So let's keep going. Find the least common multiple of 14 and 28. So start your answers now. All right, let's talk about your choice. So if I did 14, 14 times 1 is 14. 14 times 2 would be 28. So I can already stop because I know that it's going to be 21 times 1 would be 28. So the LCM here would be 28. All right, next question. LCM of 12 and 10. Do out your work and choose your answer now. All right, let's talk about it. So if I did my multiples of 12, 12 times 1 is 24, times 1 is 12, times 2 is 24, times 3 is 36, times 4 is 48, times 5 is 60, times 6 is 72 if I kept going. Multiples of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I see 60. All right. So this is actually a classic case. A lot of people make the mistake of just multiplying the two numbers together, but we can see here the LCM is not 12 times 10, which is 120. They share a 60 before that. That's why you really do need to list out your multiples in case that happens. All right. Hot dogs come in packs of 6, buns come in packs of 10. What is the least amount of packs of hot dogs I would need to buy to purchase to have the same number of hot dogs and buns? I'm going to point out here that this says packs of hot dogs. All right. Decide your answer now. All right. Hopefully you have decided that you're going to find the LCM of hot dogs, which is 6, and buns, which is 10. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. And I'm actually going to stop there because I know that 30 is a multiple of 10. 10, 20, 30. So I know that in order to have the same number of hot dogs and buns, I need to buy 30 of them. But that's not what the question is asking. It is asking how many packs of hot dogs do we need to buy? 30 hot dogs divided by 6 per pack would be 5 packs. So pay attention to what you are being asked. All right, couple more. All right, Jessica has a soccer every 6 days and book club every 4 days. If she had both today, and how many days would she have both of them on the same day again? So, soccer every 6 days, book club every 4 days. All right, so let's do soccer. 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, and keep going. Book club, 4 times 1 is 4, times 3 is, times 2 is 8, times 3 is, I see 12. So she would have both again in 12 days. All right, last one. Two lights are flickering. One flickers every 10 and one flickers every 5. If they both just flickered, how many seconds until they both flicker again? Decide your answer now. All right, so let's do this out. So we have the light, which is every 10, 10, 20, 30, and keep going. But I'm also going to stop because I also know that. So up and then so there are two lights. So this is light 1, and then the next light is every 5. So 5 up 10. So they share a 10. So this would have been every 10 seconds. Alrighty, so we are going to stop here. You guys are now going to work on Linkit. The codes and website are posted in the sub work page. Please, please, please pay attention to the codes for your class. Your passwords, if you need them, can be found on PowerSchool. Ask your neighbor to help you if you can't find it. Other than that, please make sure that you finish this. If you do finish, you may either do missing work, your homework video, or Khan Academy. You are working your hardest and quietly for the sub, please. All right. Thank you, guys. I will see you tomorrow.